biggest thing with with the car, that our primary Syracuse car, it's kind of set up just for Syracuse. You know what I mean? Some of the things are different than what we'd run on a short track, basically because the car, the ride heights are lower. The track's flat, it's hard. Different tire. Syracuse is just a whole different animal than what we're used to. So I think for a Syracuse application, especially when the aero package comes into play, it's probably our car of choice. We did run this new car yesterday in practice. Basically, with our setup like we would go to Syracuse, but it's still our short track car that basically just came off the track of rolling wheels. I mean, there's nothing changed aerodynamically or anything like that, and it was really good. So, hopefully we won't have to face any trouble tomorrow or today or whatever. But if we have to break the thing out, I'm not afraid of it. The thing was that good. So.
Now, were you able to take some of the new stuff that you've learned with the short track car and put it to good use on the fairgrounds?
Some of the things that we've been learning with this car setup wise, has opened up our eyes to some stuff. You know what I mean? And we did play with some setup stuff that we've been playing with on a short track basis. With this new car, and seemed to respond to it. We were real good in time trials. I kind of got in the hole and got the car up off the track in time trials and lost my second lap, or who knows, we may or may not have been able to pick up a tenth or two and go after the pole, but like I said, we're happy with sixth.
Now, I know you ran the 358 race last year. This year you've got a new teammate that is doing it rather than you. Do you feel that you're losing track time because you're not running the 358 race, or would you have preferred to run the 358 race?
Well, from a driver's standpoint, naturally, we want to race. We'd be out on the track every lap of the week, we would do it, but from a team standpoint and a preparation standpoint, I think it was the best decision, to let him do the 358 deal, and then, our guys concentrate on the big block race, especially with yesterday. Very limited practice, really not knowing what the track was going to give us and what we had for race cars yet because we hadn't been out there. So, had we had to mix, a small block program into yesterday's practice session, it would have probably made us a lot less prepared going into the big block time trial. So, I think it was the right decision on the part of, the owners and Billy and everybody involved. And, our main priority is that big block race on Sunday, and we want to win that thing. So, our focus has got to be there.
Has he been able to give you feedback for the big block car?
He, it was funny. We had some ideas on shocks and some stuff that we were kind of toying with, and we were done with our practice session. Well, he was able to run some of the future stuff, so he was out there on the track a little bit later, and before we got the time trial, and then he had his time trial before we did. So, we watched the tire deal, and of course from a driver's standpoint, he kind of let me know what he thought the track was doing, and where it was at as far as the groove and this and that. So yeah, I thought it was a big help having him, having his input.